Hey guys, how y'all doing? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel, Midas Touch by Wisteria. Thank you for clicking on the video and watching to the end. Hopefully this resonates with everyone. As you can see by the title of the video, we are going to be briefly talking about twin flames, soul relationships, soulmates, whatever you want to title them to be. They are real. But so what? Like, okay, they're real. Okay, you may have met your twin flame. Okay, you may have met your soulmate, but okay, so what? You know what's after that? You know what I'm saying? This is going to be mainly for the divine feminine or female or women. Just to give you guys encouragement. Any messages that I put out is definitely coming from a place of experience from myself, and the message may even be for me as well. But I've been hearing spirit like telling me, like, you know, go on and share, you know, your story a little bit and just give an encouragement to the divine feminine about these relationships that we are in or are in separation. These soul relationships. Now, do I have it all figured out? I don't. Am I figuring it out? Yes. Is it a process? Yes. Have I healed? Yes. Am I still healing? Yes. So this is not going to be bashing of men or the divine masculine, but it is going to be an encouragement for women as a whole. Okay. I did pull some tarot, and I also pulled from an oracle deck, which is the Crystal Angel Oracle deck. I like this deck a lot. And the tarot is from just the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So, do I want to start with this? No, I kind of want to start with the message. So, basically, like I said before, these relationships, they do exist. They are real. Okay? From my understanding and experience. When you come in communication or in contact, or I don't even want to say, well, I can say union. When you come in union with your twin flame or soulmate, it's not always an easy process at all. And I think we already know that, but I don't think this aspect of it is really talked about. I'm not saying that I'm the first to talk about this at all. There's other people that talked about their experience and the subject that I'm going to be talking about as well. So I'm not the first to come up with this, but I don't find a lot of people talking about kind of this aspect of it. What am I talking about? Basically, when your twin flame, your counterpart, is in ghosting mode or running mode, okay? This could be a long, treacherous, tiresome process when your twin flame is when you guys are in separation or the person is running. Now, it is said, usually, I believe this as well, that the women evolve spiritually faster than the men. So in most cases, the women are more spiritually inclined or has ascended more than the men on a spiritual level, and they have done more work. Okay, so not to say that men don't do their work and they're not ascending, they're not evolving, but usually women, you know, we're just kind of more inclined to be at a faster pace, or we tend to just do our work. You know, there's a lot of hurt women, there's a lot of hurt men, there's a lot of hurt men. Okay. A couple of years ago, I had made a vow to myself that no longer will I bash men or talk derogatory towards them, or even put that energy out in the world about our men. Just hold space, pray for them, and uplift them, even if they're hurt or whatever the case may be, whatever walk of life they're from, it doesn't matter. I think our men needs more support. Sometimes they make it really hard. That's just the facts, okay? They make it really hard. But that doesn't mean that I'm still not honoring that that vow that I made to myself, okay? So basically, once you meet your twin flame, like I said, you could be in separation. They could be running. They could be ghosting you. They could even be in other relationships as well. Now, you can label it as karmic. You can label it as whatever. You can call it a bitch hole, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not her fault. Okay? It's not her fault. That's part of their journey that they have to go through. So, if you are in a space of being angry or upset with your divine relationship partner, if you are upset with who they're with, if they're with someone, I would advise to release that, okay? Now, I know that there are situations out there where, the karmics or the other woman knows about you. She's impeding on you guys' relationship, whether it be on a spiritual level, or whether it be just like she doesn't even know about anything about spirituality, but she's just like being trifling, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, when you're functioning at a higher frequency, and if you're functioning as a goddess, that's why we, call it divine feminine. If you're functioning in your divine goddesshood, then I feel like it'd be easier for you to process not being so focused on the other woman, but focusing on yourself and focusing on the connection. Now, with that being said, you could be in separation, he could be running, whatever the situation may be. At what point, ask myself, at what point do you say enough is enough? At what point, will you end the cycle of, him leaving or her leaving, and coming back and leaving and coming back, and y'all doing this again and again and again and again? At what point does it stop? I feel like that's something that we have to do as women, is to say, okay, I see that this person or the situation is not serving me for my highest good. I know that, I dream about him. I can't stop thinking about him. I love him. I desire him. Yes, he's my twin flame. Yes, he's my soulmate. But that doesn't mean that the timing is now. That doesn't mean that you submit yourself to mistreatment, okay, in the connection. I think that we really need to do a lot of healing as women, as a divine feminine, to, bring the relationship together. Or even if we don't become in, or even if we don't end up being with our twin flame or soulmate, we need to do the healing for ourselves. So if spirit or the universe decides to say, okay, this cycle is over, I'm going to go ahead and send you a facilitator. We still have to be in place for the next relationship. Or even if our divine masculine comes to us and are ready and honest, we still have to be in total alignment and in union with ourselves first, and be healed and evolve to a point where we can make the relationship grow and be harmonious. We have to do the healing. So a little bit of my situation, I met my twin flame about 2 years ago. Now I've been up and down, all around, left and right, north, east, south, and west. Is this really my twin flame? Is it really my twin flame? When I first learned about twin flames, I'm thinking like, oh, is going to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, I even got a reading for myself. I have a spiritual mentor. And, when I first got a reading for him, she was like, I see potential, all of this. And as you all know, we have free will. So we can change the trajectory of our lives. So with that being said, with his free will and with my free will as well, he chose to lie and be manipulative because of hurt. Okay. Now, I've been on my spiritual journey for a couple of years now, so I've done a lot of work. And so he hadn't started his. I really introduced him, and not to be boastful, but I introduced him to spirituality. He's always been a spiritual person, but more on a religious standpoint. So just teaching him different aspects and how to be careful for women, period. He definitely has a player energy, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if a guy has a player energy, that means that they allow a lot of women to come into their lives sexually, energetically, and they create a lot of soul ties. So with that being said, he was all webbed up and wrapped up in a lot of situations energetically and spiritually and even naturally on the 3D realm with other women. At the time, of course, I didn't know that upon meeting him, but as time has gone on, I've learned that. But that was the kind of the beginning. We've had ons and off, ins and outs, round one, I was calling them round one, round two, round three. Hell, I done lost track at this time. What round, we going, that we're on. But I'm okay. Y'all know what that means. It's like, done. Okay. But really focusing on myself. So, I had to understand, like, someone posed a question on, YouTube. They said, do you follow your heart or do you follow your intuition? It doesn't matter in what aspect in life. But because we're talking about love and relationships, I'm going to pose the question to you. Do you follow your heart or do you follow your intuition? My answer was initially, I thought about it. I marinated on it. And I was like, I feel like I should follow my intuition because our hearts, yes, we lead with our hearts. Yes, our heart chakra needs to be open and balanced. All of our chakras need to be open and balanced. But a lot of times, we can love somebody so hard and want something so bad and have a connection with the person that we're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to fight. I'm going to stick through this, through this thing. And spirit is tugging at your intuition and saying, let it go, let it go, let it go. Now, what let it go means is, to me, let it go means focus on yourself, do your healing, do what you need to do, focus on your business, focus on your children, just focus on other things in life that needs to be worked on and developed, instead of being so caught up on this relationship, this twin flame relationship, or this soulmate relationship, or this cosmic connection that you have with this person. Focus on other things in your life that needs work, because the more we focus on what is he doing, he's running again, should I chase him, is he going to come back, the more resistance that we're causing to be in that relationship. Or even because we're trying to help the universe fix the situation, and a lot of times we're not helping, we hurting the situation. And so I know this message is needed and in alignment, because basically that's what the cards is basically coming out and saying as well. So that was really confirmation for me. So as a woman, I say to you, as a divine feminine, stop chasing after him, stop texting him, stop emailing him, stop driving by his house, scale back on looking at twin flame relationship tarot card readings. You feel in your gut that, hey, look, this situation is not serving me. Even whenever we was on, or round one or round two, even when he was here, Was he even respecting me? Was he respecting the union? Was he lying? Was he truthful? Was he being manipulative? Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. And I really feel like Spirit is telling a lot of us to just back off, let it go, release it. And if it's supposed to come back, or if you guys are supposed to be together in this lifetime, then it will be. It will be. It will be. Regardless if it's 6 months, a year, hell, 5 years. Doesn't mean that you're going to be single for that amount of time. It just means that there's more learning, there's more growth that needs to be done in other areas in your life, and even within yourself in relationship. Spirit may bring you a facilitator in, or a friend, or or a little boo thing, you know what I'm saying, that you can experience and grow in. And then when your twin flame comes back, if Spirit allows it to come back around, then you're better able to handle it accordingly. Okay, it is not just the divine masculine's fault that we are not in union. Okay, it's not all their fault. I know it feels good to sit down and be like, it's his fault. He keeps on running. He keeps on leaving. Why can't he just get it together? Well, everybody has their journey. Okay, everybody has a journey. You had your journey. You're having your journey. You're having your experience. So allow him. Does it always feel good? No. Will your heart be broken? Yes. Sometimes, will your feelings be hurt? Yes, absolutely, because you've invested so much time, so much energy. You held him down. You loved him. You loved him like ain't nobody else loved him before. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't even experienced the type of connection that he's experienced with you as a divine feminine. He has not experienced that before. But because he's so broken, this is people in general, but because he's so broken, he can't even receive what you've put out. He just can't receive it. And so I'm not saying that don't hold them accountable for their actions, but when you really look at the deeper issues and you really look at the core of it all, he's broken, he's hurt, and he needs some healing. And before that, you guys can even come into union, he has to deal with those past hurt. He has to deal with his heart being broken in other relationships. He has to deal with his mother not being there, his father not being there. He has to deal with, molestation or abandonment issues, and all the things that you had to deal with, he had to deal with too, because it is said, in the twin flame stories, literature, the history of it is that you guys mirror each other. So majority of the time, you guys have the same, or we, as divine feminine, have the same type of issues that the divine masculine have. It may be packaged different, but when you get to the core of it, you both got abandonment issues. You both have healing that you need to do from your mother. You both have healing that you need to do from your family. You both put yourself in situations that was not serving you for your highest good. And you both had, heartbreak in your past relationships. So the only difference is that the divine feminine has done more work. Okay. But we think just because you met him and just because you find out that that's your twin flame means that this is it. This is easy. It's breezy. It's about to go down. I'm about to get married, have my kids, happily ever after. Happily ever after. Pause. No. And everybody's story and everybody's journey is different. But I hope I am relaying what I'm trying to say, divine feminine. Know your worth. Okay? Follow your intuition. If a situation is not serving you for your highest good, then release it and let it go. And if it's supposed to come back, it will. Okay? Like I said, this is not from just something I'm pulling out my ass or out the sky. This is from experience. Okay? Experiencing right now, to follow your intuition, to follow my intuition. And whatever happens, it will happen. But know at the end of the day that you're going to be happy, that you're going to have the family that you desire, that, you will have a partner in your life that you guys can build and be successful and help people and, be purpose driven and, be a power couple with, whether it be your twin flame soulmate or whether it be a facilitator or whoever the universe sees fit for you to be. Get yourself in alignment, be in synchronicity with the universe, focus on the energies that's around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the work, like I always say, like, do the work, and stop allowing him to come in and out. We allow people to disrespect us. We allow them to come in and out. We take the phone calls, we take the emails, and knowing that we shouldn't, and we say to ourselves, it's the last time, I'm not going to answer, I'm going to block them, then I'll unblock them. You know what I'm saying? And we go through these things, and we hold this energy of indecisiveness within us, which is technically holding stagnant energy in your lives, and it's affecting other areas in your life. I guarantee you, if you really just sit down and analyze where you're at, whether this resonates for you right now, whether whomever watched this, you look at it in 2021, 2025, it doesn't matter. This is going to resonate with somebody, and you're going to know, and you're going to feel and sense the urge of, I really need to just let this go. I really need to focus on me. I really need to love myself more, because there's a reason why you're still accepting the disrespect. There's a reason why you allow a person to come in and out of your life, or is it that you're not feeling worthy? Is it because you still need to do some healing with abandonment? Is it you being in fear of not feeling worthy enough to actually bring in someone that will truly love you the way you need to be loved? And settling like you do, you don't have to settle. We don't have to settle. We may have been single for a long time. Okay, you just gonna continue to be single. You ain't had sex, you ain't got your back broke in a long time, whatever it may be. Is it worth settling and allowing someone to come in and dishonor you and the work that you've done? You've put in a lot of work, you put in a lot of work. You've sat with yourself, you've dealt with your shadow side. Now, is there more healing? Yes, but you've been on a good flow. You've been like, having dreams and epiphanies and downloads, and you've been learning, and you've been elevating, and you've been seeing yourself free of energy. Your chakras are being more aligned. You have been really on this good roll of just really doing your work. Is it worth allowing someone to come in and out and disrespect you? And disrespect is not just saying calling you out your name, or being physically or verbally abusive. That's not disrespect. A person don't respect you if they say they're going to do something and they're not going to do it, or they're being manipulative. That's disrespectful, and they know. And then, how about this? Once you figure out, hey, this is my twin flame. As a woman, I know. As a man, he knows, but he's not honoring the relationship. He's not even honoring the connection that the universe has even sent to him, because he's hurt. Yes, but still, come on now, you can still respect the union. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on the connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, put some respect on the connection. If he's not doing that, we gotta let him go. And when he gets it, he gets it. Wish him well. You know what I'm saying? Hope that he gets his healing. But they also say that the more that we do our healing, and we're not so focused on the connection, the more that we propel them. We'll be the catalyst for them to heal. We'll be the catalyst for them to have understanding of what the situation is, why they're running. You know what I'm saying? But that's their journey. We can't baby them and mother them. You know what I'm saying? We can't hold their hand. Nobody held your hand. Yes, you had help along the way, and yes, he will have help on the way. And would your help be you know, um, good, absolutely, but that's not what he's choosing. So send him love and light, and ask that the universe send somebody in his life to help him. You know what I'm saying? Not just because you want to be with him, but because you're wishing well for him. You really want him to do good. You really want him to be good. You know what I'm saying? And however it looks for, you guys in the future, then that's what it will be. That's what it'll be. So I think once we get to that place of just letting go, then we'll stop creating resistance in the connection, and we'll be better off. We'll be better off. This coffee. So hopefully that made sense. So I'm gonna show you guys the cards that came out. So the first card that came out was the Magician. So this is what I was saying. We're trying to manifest. We're trying to manifest him. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to pull him in. Some of us doing come to me work and trying to bind him. Like, don't do that. Don't do it. Listen, my spiritual mentor said, you ain't got to bind nobody. I wasn't trying to bind anybody. I don't believe in forcing a man to try to be with me when he don't want to be with me. If you want to be with me, you just gonna want to be with me, and you gonna come willingly. You know what I'm saying? But some of us, we're using magic, or we're staying up all night, or we're thinking about him constantly, trying to reel him back in. Trying to manifest the thing. And listen, you may be manifesting him. Let's talk about positive. You may be manifesting him. Sending them energy work. Sending them Reiki. You may be praying for him. You may be petitioning spirit, on his behalf and all of these things. And it's not manifesting the way you think. Okay? It's not happening yesterday. It's not happening tomorrow. But who's to say that your manifestations may not even come in the next 6 months or a year? We don't know the future. But I feel like you're trying to manifest him and send out good positive energy towards him, but not to the place of you holding on to him so much, okay? And holding on to the idea of wanting to be with him. Manifest love within self. Manifest good relationships in your life. Manifest high vibration energy, or relationships. Manifest, financial abundance, manifest those things, okay? But this to me is saying, that we're trying to manifest the divine masculine, and maybe we just need to chill out on that a little bit, okay? And stop looking for the manifestations to come. Just say your prayer and go on and let it be, okay? Let it be. Now, under that one, right up under that one, the Crystal Angel Oracle card that came out is the Citrine, which it says unnecessarily worries. See, listen, I didn't, yes, I pre-shuffled before I came online, but I just shuffled the cards and this is what came out. Can't make this up, okay? This is real. It says unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worrying by giving them to God for healing and for solutions. Let it go. Release the worry. Release the worry. Release the overthinking of the union and the connection. Release that. Say your petition, say your prayer, and let it go. Let it be. Give it to God. Give it to the universe. And let them work it out accordingly, okay? Okay, let's do that. So the next card is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. See how hard you're working? So to me, this is twofold. So basically it's saying you're working so hard for this relationship. But just say let it go. No worries. Release the worries. We're working so hard. And also, this is telling me that there's combative energy around the relationship as well. You know, there may be other people that's in competition with you for this man, for this masculine. And so there's competition, or, you know, or he's in this energy. He could be in this energy of just working, but people is working on him. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is not the best energy to be in. Like, it's competition. It's just not a good energy to be in. So one, to me, is twofold. Like I said, this could be you working to the point where you're so caught up on it that you're bringing negative energy around you. This could be him and the people that's around him working against you guys' relationship and working on him. Okay, competition. Under that, it says increased support. Look at that. Increased support right up under that. It says your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorways to an abundance of help and opportunities. So even though this person has people around them, or there's people that's impeding negative energies on your union, increase support. Listen, having a good heart, that's the best thing you can have. Okay, having good intentions, that's the best thing you can have. Spirit is saying, basically, universe is saying, I got you. I'm supporting you. I got this. Let me work this out. Okay, let me manifest this according to my timing. Okay, not your timing, my timing. Let me do this. Let it go. Let it go. Let it be. Okay, you are supported. Your positive focus and willingness to receive. Your positive focus. Okay, sit in them loving light. You know what I'm saying? Focusing on yourself once again. Listen. The doorways to an abundance of help and opportunities. Other opportunities. Opportunities is coming your way. But because you're so focused on that one particular thing, you can't even see. You can't even see, hear anything else. You all off. You could be off balance. Okay? Let's get back focused. Okay? Let's get back focused, because the support is here. The support is here. Spirit is saying, I'm here. I'm handling the situation. It may not look like what you want it to look like. It may not even feel the way you think it should feel. But guess what? I'm working this out. Let it go. Let it be. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. Reverse. Communication. Action. Fire. There's going to be communication. Okay? But it's reverse. It's going to be communication. He gonna call. He gonna text. He gonna email. He gonna show up somewhere, somehow. But how are you going to handle the situation? You know what I'm saying? Or he wants to communicate, but because there's so many